What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Nick, and I am super duper happy because let's take a look at this. These seedlings, I literally just planted. I planted these on the 5th. I came in here to check on them yesterday, and this is what I found. The ones that still have the domes on them, nothing has happened yet. So, I'm just gonna leave those alone. Oh, dome overboard. I'm just gonna leave those alone for now. And then, so this one has a few, that's basil, that has come up on this side, but the other side is not doing anything, so I'm just gonna keep those covered. Plus the basil could stand to get a little bit bigger. But look at this, all of my tomatoes, except for the beefsteak was right back there. All of the tomatoes have sprouted. All of the okra, of course, the okra never fails me. These are cucumbers. Only half of those sprouted, and then all of this is squash. So I have zucchini and yellow crookneck, and then I have some winter squash here. I think this is the spaghetti on this side. The acorn squash, nothing is happening. That was acorn squash right there. And then on this side, I had some straight 8 cucumbers. Again, nothing happening. So I have them half covered. And again, I'm using a takeout lid with holes punched in it for the humidity dome instead of an actual humidity dome that you would have to go pay for. Anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take everything that has fully sprouted, or even the okra, it's not fully sprouted. You can see some of them are still kind of coming up, but they can use some sunlight now. I can move those. I'm gonna move all of those, and I think I'm gonna take them into my office. I mentioned this in a previous video, but this is our family room, and this is next to the patio, next to the back door. So it's perfect placement for this setup, but I don't want to have to, I only have one grow light, and here it is right here. And I don't want to have to, I'm not going to buy another one. I want a space that's really sunny so that I don't have to have a grow light. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take, these are serrano peppers. No, they're habaneros. I'm going to take those as well into my office. And some of these onions I'm going to have to resow. You can see in the back there, those onions are doing really well. I can probably separate those now. And then, but these shallots are not, and then these onions up front are not. So I may have to repot those today. And remind me to come back and tell you something about those onions and why I never really liked this method of starting seeds inside in these little cell trays. So I may have to change that going forward, maybe for the spring, not the spring, but maybe for the fall and then going forward. But I'm going to do that and show you why I think I'm going to move it to my office. In the meanwhile, I also need to tell you that once I get those things out, I sowed these seeds over here yesterday. I posted just a standard YouTube post on where I got these seeds from and what I have here. But basically, I think I remember everything. I have a radicchio on the backside, Tatum squash. I think that's how you say it. It's supposed to be resistant to vine borers. I have some Scotch bonnet peppers and some hibiscus seeds on the other side. This one has flowers, so calendula, nasturtium, and alyssum. And then some San Marzano tomatoes, which I'm really excited about. And on this side, I have what's called a crystal apple cucumber. I got all of these from the okra lady, and I'm really excited about growing those. So I'm going to place those into this tray once I get everything out and moved into my office. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn you around, and we're gonna go take a look at some other, hi Lola, some other rooms in the house, which are helping me to decide where to put these seedlings, and you'll understand why I wanna move them. So as you can see, there's not a ton of light in the living room back there. That's our family room. That wall of windows is pretty much all the light that's coming in back there, which is nice, but it's not enough for seedlings. But this is our dining room. There's a little bit more light coming in here, but the light in here comes in mainly when in the late afternoon, early evening. So that's an option, but it's not the best option. Up here, Also, we're not in here a lot. Of course, we pass by it all the time, but we're not in here a lot. Up here, I'm in my office literally every single day. You can see here, I had some seedlings here and I moved those up into the family room with everything else. But this room here, I'm in every single day, and I'm thinking I want to bring in the seedlings that are already sprouted and put them along this windowsill. I did that one year and it worked out really well because this room gets a ton of light, and it's a ton of morning light all through the afternoon because this is a southeast facing window. So I'm considering doing that. The other option was to use the morning room. We call this the morning room now. Also, this room gets a ton of light. The windows are facing the same direction, the same size, so same amount of light. Problem is, I'm not up here every single day, or I'm not in here every single day. And what I'm trying to do is not disrupt patterns because let's say I'm not here and or I'm sick or anything is going on. Whoever's here, I don't want them to have to do anything different to take care of our plant babies. That's our food, y'all. So, yeah, I'm going to get going, bringing my seedlings in here and swapping things out. Well, that was easy enough, right? I mean, and look at that. It's a cloudy day kind of today. So, but these seedlings are getting sun without needing a grow light, without needing any extra equipment. You guys know how much I love to use what I have on hand. So, this is just another example of that. Um, Now I still have space. Actually, I could do this all along this windowsill because even though there's a big tree right there, it doesn't block. You can see it's still plenty of sunlight on this windowsill. So once those other seedlings start to come up, I'll do the same thing with those. Like I said, I'm going to probably bring my onions in here as well and just keep things going just like that. Quick little snippet. One of the reasons that I never really loved starting seeds in these little seed trays is because if you do so many, so like look at these onions, I just did a cluster in each one, but now I'm gonna have to come in and separate these and put them into larger pots, something more like this. I think this is like a 4-inch pot, or I don't know if that's 4 inches or not, or something like this, because the onions will actually get much bigger. Each one of these little tiny little seedlings is a single onion, like a bulbing onion. So I never really liked it for that reason. I think it's a lot of work, but maybe just next time I will not sow so many in there, or maybe these can just go straight out into the garden. The other thing is that soil does matter. I learned this just now, just this season, when I was planting these seeds versus these seeds. This is potting soil. It's not a potting mix. And that was my mistake. You can see like the soil surface. It's kind of getting moldy on some of them, and that's probably why they didn't germinate. I didn't add anything to this, just like I didn't add anything to these. These are cocoa coir only that are in these cell trays, and the ones that I just moved that had sprouted, like that squash back there, the cucumbers here, and like I said, the ones I just moved, those sprouted really well in cocoa coir because, you know, it's not dense. It's not dense at all. It's very light. So I had to move some of the things that I had started in this soil, potting soil right here, into cocoa coir because it just was not working. So lesson learned, and this happens. And when you're gardening, as with anything else, there's always lessons to learn. And as long as we learn them, we keep growing. But I just wanted to show you guys that because I'm so excited. All of those All of those seeds that I sowed came up in 4 days, and that is so super duper exciting. Of course, I'm watching those every day because they're in a spot where I can see them all the time. And right now we're having great weather, but next week or later on this week actually it's supposed to cool down again. This hopefully is going to keep me from losing more veg out in the garden like I did during this last storm and like I have been the last, oh no, 4 years, because we've been having hard freezes every single year. I'm finally learning my lesson and doing things a little bit differently. Work smarter, not harder, right? So, you guys, I am so grateful to you for following along. If you've been following along with this process, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Hit the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss anything new. And if you're not subscribed, consider doing so that you can catch all of my videos about all things home. And of course, as always, thank you for watching. Bye.